can that be knocking at my door? Happy Axxident. Happi Review. Super7 SILVERHAWKS Ultimates Buzzsaw. Oh yeah, now I've been waiting a long time for this. Buzzsaw is my favorite SILVERHAWKS villain. This one gonna be a surprise triple feature, because in the house we got special guest, Vintage Buzzsaw. There he is. That's my boy Buzzsaw. But that's not all. We got another special guest for some hot comparisons coming later in the video, so you want everybody to stay tuned for that. Ultimates Buzzsaw cartoon variant. Oh yeah, I've had this guy in the package since he came out a year or two ago, and the toy version finally shipped. So let's do this. Studio audience, who we got? Ultimates, the worst Robo Reaper. Ultimates, GUNG-HO. Be sure your notifications are set for the channel, because we got this review coming up soon. Ultimates, Thundercats, Cheetara. Ultimates, SILVERHAWKS, Steel Will, and Toxic Avenger. These are going to be in the comparisons later on, so check that out. We got Mythic Legions, Lord Dragul, SILVERHAWKS Quicksilver by Ramen Toy. There's my Vintage Buzzsaw. And of course, for some little buds, Reaction, Cobra Commander, and Pink Ranger. And up on the top, Ultimates / hey, check out my Super7 playlist. Speaking of comparisons, you want to stay for these epic comparisons. We got some big boys coming out, because Buzzsaw big himself. Oh yeah, woo! Hey, and if you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. You're the best around. But first, let's power up. Good to buzz. Let's check out this box. I promise I'll make it quick and painless. You know what? Before we do that, this that you might see in my videos, it's not dandruff, I promise. I know I have long hair, but I keep it well kept. It's stardust. It falls out of all the boxes, all the brand new boxes that I unbox here. It gets everywhere, and I am constantly wiping. I just wanted to let you know. Packaging. Unboxing. Contents. We get one big boy articulated action figure, and one bird, one variant head sculpt, and 2 variant hands. Including the attached head and hands, we get 8 total pieces. Design. This version 2 of Buzzsaw and Shredditor are based on their looks from the 1983 Kenner SILVERHAWKS toy line. Got an almost electric green really popping here, and with that yellow, and that black looks great, man. That green and black looks dope. I'm real happy with the colors on this one, how it's turning out. Just looking good. Like I said, I've been waiting a long time for this figure, and so far so good. Not a lot of sculpting details going on here, and you know, part of that is for the reuse for the Toon version, but that's how the toy was as well, and we'll see that coming up here. I'm gonna have that comparison. Let's take a look at Shredditor, Buzzsaw's companion bird. Like his master, Shredditor employs a buzzsaw on his head, and he's got blades all up on his wings. First impressions, I'm not as blown out of the water as I wanted to be. I'm glad it came with that head. I really wanted the open mouth. These extra hands, I'm not too sure about. We'll have to see what's popping with those, and the bird's a little but let's get him warmed up so we can do some popping and swapping and posing. See, the wrist articulation joint is fairly frozen, so we'll open that up. Ta-da! The magic of heating your toys. It's pretty warm in here, and all these joints were rather sticky and frozen, but after some heat, they're moving really good. Articulation. Head will rotate 360 degrees, and watch that chin there. It can get caught, so you want to tilt that back. It's got a little bit up, a little bit down. It's got some tilt left and right. 360 degree at the waist. Shoulders on a ball, and that will rotate all the way around 360. 360 degree forearm rotation with a ratcheted elbow single. We also get a 360-degree rotation cut at the elbow. Wrist hinge horizontal, and that will also rotate 360 degrees. It can do it around in there. I've done it. No shoulder hinge on that ball, so that's just a ball and a socket, and that's just gonna pop off. All right, legs, thighs are on that ball and hinge system, so he can kind of sit, but they go way far back. And then we have a nice Van Dam, really nice, and then we have a hinge up there at the top of the thigh. Okay, there we go. I got the leg all the way forwards, and then we get a single knee for 90. And then looks like we're going to be able to get a decent run pose out of this guy if he can support his body weight. And we've got a little bit of a rotation at the knee, and then the foot's on a ball and a hinge, and we're going to get some decent rockers, no toe tilt forward or back, very little if it is, and then a 360-degree rotation at the ankle. Okay, now that I've had some hands on, I'm feeling better about this figure. I've looked over him a lot closer. You know, he's warmed up. I can move him around. Shakes fist at those shoulders, but you know, hey, let's see what we can do with some poses and with some features. Let's see if my love for this figure can grow. So we got a static saw here. We got movable saws on the shoulder and hands, and then we got one on an alternate head, and we got these weird hands here. Features. Oh yeah, nice spin on those forearm blades. How about this one? Come on, can you do it? Can you do it? Can you spin for me? Yeah, cool, nice job. And the shoulders, oh, those spin nice too. Sweet. All right, I'm digging that. Let's get some pop and swap on these hands because I'm a little bitter about what I'm seeing. Oh shit. Okay. Accessories. These are the hands that came attached to the figure, and they are larger and have a thinner slit. These hands are a little bit smaller. Both of them have the same horizontal wrist hinge. So there's the difference between the two. So I'm not really too sure what this is all about. But they work, you know. I think I got some ideas here. I'm thinking that maybe these are good for like grabbing onto somebody. You know, you could kind of wrap them around somebody's wrists. So let's give that a shot. And also, you know, when I look at my vintage toy and the comparisons here a little later, we'll see what the hands are like on that one. So there you go. Well, it kind of works. All right, let's pop and swap this head, because this is the head that I'm wanting. This is the head that excites me, and you know, I don't like to do spoilers when I pre-order stuff. I see it, I like it, I buy it, and then and this has the working buzzsaw on the head. So okay, I'm super stoked about this. Let's get this in here and see how this looks. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, now I'm getting excited. Yeah, get him, buzzsaw, get him. All right, let's look at the articulation and features here of Shredditor. So we have 4-piece wings. They pop in, they pop out, and they move, and he's got a buzzsaw on his head. Cool. Posability. My expectations were set a little low for this initially, but once I got him warmed up and checked out the articulation, I think we might be able to do some stuff here. So let's see what we can do. Let's go.
After I finish carving this Silverhawk up, you can pick the carcass clean.
Of course, Sallyhawk. I'll save Shredditor for you. Yes, we'll be home in time to watch DJ Laser.
Hey, Chitara, I ever tell you about the time I mixed it up with buzzsaw?
No, but let me guess. You tore his head off and down his neck.
Whoa, easy now. This is a kid's show, isn't it? Wait, there was no disclaimer up front for kids, but you know, I wish it went like that. It went something else. It was a little bit more like the.
Yikes, embarrassing.
Combatants, ready, fight! much time here at the Driftwood Lodge. Comparisons.
Here he is, vintage buzzsaw. Disclaimer, my vintage buzzsaw is in storage. This one I got on eBay a couple years ago because I can't live without him. Like I said, I like to avoid spoilers, so I didn't know if this toy version was going to come with the chomping head variant, and it does, and that is my favorite head. So this extra hand is a better representation of the one that came with the toy, and some of the features on the toy. So he's got the spinning blades on the forearm, so that feature remains intact. Spinning saw blade action feature did not get carried over, but you can manually rotate them on the new one. Vintage arms rotate all the way around 360 at the shoulder, and it has a forearm rotation. Also has a single knee bend for 90, and I think the other Silverhawks, the vac metal ones, I don't think they had any articulation in the elbows or knees. Let's compare Shredditors. Since this toy one is just a reuse of the one included with the cartoon version, it's going to look more like the cartoon and a lot less like the toy one, as you can see here. Okay, let's check out the features of each. Super 7 has the articulated wings and the spinning buzzsaw on the head, and the vintage toy, you can rotate the tail, you can rotate the head, but what you really do is you push it in and out and in and out again, and then you spin that for that spinning saw blade action. Really neat. And then you can also plug it onto Buzzsaw's forearm, and you can't do that with the new one, and that was a little bit of a letdown for me. Closer look at sculpted details on each bird. They're fairly comparable. To be honest here, I like the design of the vintage one better. And for shoots and ladders, let's take a look at Still Will's birds. These are the two that he comes with. It's the same bird, and its name is Stronghold. To be clear, these are the ultimates. They are slugs, so there are no articulation, but they are fully painted. Really nice. Pretty. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. This is my first time handling the Ultimates birds, and I tell you what, I wish Shredditor came like this, just two fully painted slugs. Keep it moving. All right, let's get some action figures in here. We'll start with some Super 7s. So here's Still Will. Ah, man, that's hard for me to say. There's Slash Ultimates, GUNG-HO Ultimates. Hey, check out that video. It's coming soon. Little Buds, Reaction, Cobra Commander, and Pink Ranger. Jada Toys, Mega Man. What's up, dude? And Huffer. Transformers Legends Deluxe, and a G.I. Joe Classified. There's that ramen toy, Quicksilver. 80s Commanders, Antagonist Cyborg. Mythic Legions, Lord Dragul. For reference, Ultimate's buzzsaw here comes in at it's about 8.5 inches. I opened this one exclusively for this video. Power Rangers Ultimates, Dinozord. Godzilla Ultimates, Heisei, Godzilla, minus tail. Axie Toys, Dinosaur Battlefield. Interested? Check out my review. Hey, I got reviews for just about all these. Scrub through my channel. Hey, there, that Cosmic Legions. Skrrr. What about Ultimate's Monstar? Where he is, he's a beast. You know, he's so big, I'm gonna have to do a video for that one. And here he is, I promise. Cartoon buzzsaw. Yeah. All right, let's take a closer look at these ones and see what we can spot the differences. Okay, I've got both of these set up for exactly how they come out the package, and there are no differences. Same head sculpt, everything's the same hands. Decent amount of paint differences. Accessories wise, we get a lot more with Cartoon buzzsaw. We got a pretty cool, or should I say very cool arm blaster, two different head sculpts, get an open mouth with a rotating saw blade, and then another head sculpt with the smoother saw blade. There's the bird. The bird's actually has some paint all up on it. Get a nicely sculpted and painted handheld blaster. Okay, and then we got the two alternate hands. These are the toy style ones, same one, just different color. And then we've got alternate pull handles, and those are gonna plug into his chest, probably from an episode of the cartoon that I'm not familiar with. There's the ones that they'll replace. They are painted a different color or molded in a different color. Speaking of color differences, so we do have some extra paint on the head. The ball joints on the hips are a different color, same as the biceps and the shoulders. Saw blades, the forearm, there's a little extra light colored paint there, and then we have some extra paint on the feet. So more paint. I'm impressed. I like this one. I wasn't too keen on this one at first, but once I got him out and compared him to the toy one, I mean, I always love the toy one, but I like this one. Let me know in the comments down below which one you like better, and that's going to take me to my happy thoughts. I'm going straight up B+ on this toy version. It's a copy of the cartoon version, so the shoulders where the saw blades are, they aren't spot on, but I can roll with it. The colors are nice and vibrant. The articulation is better than expected. The articulation and joint style just reminds me of the Transformers Ultimates. If I were a betting man, I'd say the designer that worked on those worked on these. Mine are tucked away, so I couldn't get them out for comparisons. Been sitting on my Ultimate Silverhawks for quite a while, and this guy enticed me to get one out, and I had fun with it. I'm looking forward to getting the others out. Not the biggest fan of the cartoon, but I really like the cartoon version of this buzzsaw. And of course, he goes well with my toy buddy. That's what matters most to me, is getting these two together. And you know what? That looks like a happy ending to me.
Fine, all my guys are dead.
Bonus!
Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Saw you later.